Hey, Nation, Harry here, and this is a real treat back with Susan Bradley, MVP, best known, well, I believe best known for the Small Business Server Days. We resemble that. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Now I call myself small business, Susan, instead of small
Small
business
business.
server. Yes.
Yeah, I know. Well, it was a heck of a run. Here's the old
Yep.
2003 edition. That was still my favorite release. It changed the world.
True.
So, any event, so you're an active CPA in Central California, is that
Correct.
correct?
Correct.
And you've always then been involved in the technology community again as an MVP. And now you've ended up with Ask Woody, the popular newsletter. So let's talk about that. What is Ask Woody?
It's a combination of both a website with a active community of people who answer questions, as well as a weekly newsletter that comes out once a week. And we have a free portion. So if you want to test the waters a little bit and see what it's like, there's a free portion. And then we also have what's called a paid newsletter. And what we do is we ask that you donate whatever you feel. So we don't
Yep.
have a set price. So it's whatever you feel that the value of the newsletter is. And as part of that newsletter, we have a combination of, as is everything in tech these days, we have a smorgasbord of things ranging from Windows to Apple to Microsoft 365 to free downloads that are still available that are vetted. These days, we make sure that any free software is vetted because there's lots of strange stuff out there. And then last but not least, we have what we call the patch listings, the master patch listings. And it's my kind of thumbs up, thumbs down of when is it right to patch. And right now, right now it's not too good to patch. So I usually tell people to hold off a bit, and I give them dates, and then we send out special notifications when it's good to patch and when it's not good to patch. So
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, and that's certainly one of the pillars in your professional career is patching. You're
yes.
certainly well known for that. Do you have it's so popular these days in our respective communities. Do you have any of the MSP conversations and the how to make money and that kind of thing?
We're more on the tech side, not as much how to make money. So we're more of the technician side, I'd say,
Okay.
than the money side. So not as many conversations about that, but still more the nuts and bolts of how can I manage this? How can I provide good services to my clients? How can I not drive myself crazy in the process with all of the strange technology that we have these days?
Yeah. Yeah, and I've received that newsletter for some time. I go back to my friendship with Brian Livingston in the Windows Secrets era, and then he had a newsletter, and then he somehow got involved with Woody himself.
Right.
And did that for a while until he didn't. And I know you were in the mix back in some of that era as well. I remember Brian in particular was quoting a very large circulation base. I mean, are you up in the hundreds of thousands? It was a large number.
I actually have pulled it down a bit because we had a large database, but it was recently I kind of decided to go for quality versus quantity.
Yeah.
And because especially these days with so many things going on, people tend to not, click on emails and things like that. And so
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to who is really engaged and who's really wants this content.
Yeah.
So recently I went back to okay, who really wants this? I'm going to send it out only to those people who really want it.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And then finally, can readers and writers from SMB Nation contribute to your journal, or
Sure.
do you have a way for people to contribute?
Email me at sb@askwoody.com and we'll see what happens.
Okay. Okay, great. And then finally, the URL, I'm assuming, is askwoody.com.
You got it.
All right. Well, hey, if you don't mind, because this is exciting that you're doing this, can we check in with you quarterly to see what are the topics of the day and maybe
Sure.
help drive some circulation and excitement for you?
Sure. Right
All
now,
right.
the big news for January is don't patch. Yes.
There we go. You
Yes.
heard it here first. All right, Susan, good to bump into you.
Good to talk to you again.
All right.